Okay, so let's review again from Perek Vav Mishnah Hey, the sixth Perek, the fifth Mishnah. So again, we were discussing if you have some sort of agreement between a Kohen, Levi, and Yisrael, is there an assumption that the Kohen or Levi would get the Truma or Ma'aser of it, whatever it is you're dealing with? So over here, instead of in the previous Mishnahs where we had the produce of a field, here we have a makabel zeisim l'shemen, someone who takes olives to make into oil, and then they'll split the oil as payment for the processing the olives. Kashem shecholkin b'chulin, kein cholkin b'truma. So the first Tana says they split everything, whatever their agreement was, whatever percentage of oil he's going to give to this person, to the person who's producing the oil, that percentage of truma he also will give to him. Yehuda says, no, Yisrael shekibu mikayin u'milevi zeisim l'shemen. If the olives originally belonged to a Kohen or a Levi, and the Jew takes them, or Yisrael takes them to make oil, l'mechzes schar, with the agreement that we'll split the profits, we'll split the oil. Hamaisris l'bailim, the owners, the Kohen or Levi, maintains control of the maisris, and those would go to whoever, to him, and not to the Yisrael, even though. But fine. Mishnah Vav. Beishamai say a din about a halacha about olives. Lo yimacher adam es zeisav el l'chaver. A person should only sell olives to someone who's careful about tum and tara, because you don't want to sell your olives to someone who might make them tummy. Beis Hillel, no, that's not a problem. You could even sell them after Ma'aser. You could even sell them to someone who takes off Ma'aser. As long as you can take off Ma'aser, we're not worried about the fact that he might make them tummy. However, the Mishnah says if it's snue Beis Hillel, the more modest people in Beis Hillel, hayunayigin kedivrei Beis Shammai, they would act like Beis Shammai. They would be strict upon themselves past what was required, and they would only sell to people who were careful about tum and tara to chaver. Okay, Mishnah Zayin. Shnayim shebatzru es karmeim l'teich gas echad. Two people harvest their vineyards into one press. So they're two separate vineyards. They both have grapes. They take all the grapes, they put them together in a press and make them all into one. Right. So echad ma'aser ve'echad she'enu ma'aser. But one of the people did take ma'aser off of his grapes, and one didn't. So ha'ma'aser ma'aser es shalai v'chelkai b'chol makom shehu. So the Mishnah says, so since wine is a liquid, so whatever percentage of the total he is, that percentage of the wine has ma'aser taken off, which is wherever it is. But the wine he gets out is going to be whatever percentage was the other fellow's grapes are not going to be ma'aser. So he's going to have to take off ma'aser again on that percentage. And so let's say he has 50% of the total. That's the standard case. So then what he gets is going to be presumed to be 50% ma'aser was taken off, and 50% ma'aser was not taken off. So he's going to have to take off another 50% of ma'aser, right, or 5% of ma'aser. So right, and then Mishnah Ches, Shnaim shekiblu sadu barisus. If you have two people that the two together are accept to work a field. Right, and we'll instead of let's say the normal arrangement would be you'd get 50%. So we'll each take 25% and we'll work together and we'll take care of everything. A shiur, or another way you can have two people working a field and splitting a field as they inherit their relatives deceased, or their relative passed away. He had a field, so now two brothers now are going to be splitting the field. They're regular partners. So Yachal Hulaymer, you could, and again we have the problem that one is more religious than the other, so one's going to take off ma'aser and one's not. So here Yachal Hulaymer tul ata chitim sheb'makom pleni v'ani chitim sheb'makom pleni. Even though you're not allowed to give someone who's not going to take off ma'aser produce that's yours in exchange for his, but you could say I'm not giving. You'll take the north half of the field, I'll take the south half of the field, and that way what's on the north will never have been mine, and I don't have to worry about what you do with your stuff. It's not me giving you things. Or ata yain sheb'makom ploni, v'ani yain sheb'makom ploni. The same idea with wine. You could say you'll take the wine that's in the bottles on the north side. I'll take the wine that's in the bottles on the south side, and then that's your wine. And whether you take Ma'aser or not is your problem, and I'll take Ma'aser from my wine. You can't tell him you take the wheat and I'll take the barley, because since we both have a right to 25 to 50% of the wheat, so that would be me exchanging my wheat for your barley. Or tulat yayin v'ani etel shem, the same thing. You can't say you take the wine, I'll take the oil, because again, now we both should have a portion of both the wine and the oil, and it'll be me exchanging my portion of wine for your portion of oil, and then I would be giving you wine I didn't take Ma'aser off of, which is not allowed. Oh, we'll stop here.